As a professional, 2 of the 10 opponents had win Buckeye Land professional day.
They scattered him so carefully that they thought he was white. Some people think that knockout punch that changed David Reid's life in Atlanta.
Indeed, the man that Reid beat at the Atlanta Olympics, Alfredo Duverhel, was
Butcher. Tonight's bouts are under the auspices of the New Jersey State, weighing 154 pounds. He is making his professional debut and boxes out of North Philadelphia.
Vision exposure. Candidly, I never dreamed of. And David Reid lands a right hand to open the proceedings. There.
The left hook, not that right hand.
Right. He put his punches together beautifully.
And now Reid goes out throwing just a little bit recklessly as he hopes to finish Calderon. And Calderon getting a couple chances to fire back, but continuing to wobble as David Reid looks for the opening.
But he's firing back. Give him credit. He may be out, but the guy is in there and he's trying his best. Give him credit right now.
Reid
right hand by Calderon.
To his hometown of Philadelphia, his mother and extended family members may have been a tiny bit.
The head guard said he'd feel pretty good when on down. He probably hit amateur guys with that same left hook with their head gun on and nothing happened, or not too much.
Both fighters allowing one. David Reid scoring a knockdown 50 seconds into his pro debut.
How do you like his left hand, Gil?
Down. Drop that left hand. Again, Calderon.
So hand. Now he's working on showing Reid more respect at the moment than he did at the beginning of the round. But now he finishes with a flurry.
There's the knockdown. You see, he misses the right hand. He's made Calderon conscious of the right hand and comes up with a short left hook. He said before the fight he wanted to prove the punch fighter, and he showed us the other punches in that round.
And
our viewers can, for Calderon, if Calderon can
firing that right hand, he has landed a couple of punches, but Calderon,
you know, one of the things that Oscar De La Hoya had to learn after 6 or 7 fights to be a little bit more resourceful.
Wearing gold trunks, the gold he's already put in the bank, professional contract.
But managing Reid credit by the guy.
Well, they said they were looking for a guy that David Reid, in which he would also.
I would say
you know, Reid has landed
down an opponent. Do you suppose, Gil, it's because of all those years of fighting in hand and protected?
That's probably part of the. And the other part is the fact that he's not going to go to the body, because in the amateurs, De La Hoya
went to the drawing board and said, well, I've got to give some respect to these guys.
Good left hook by Calderon.
Now as they trade punches and seemingly giving about as good as he's getting from David Reid, who knocked him down. Fighters don't take the full limit of time.
Well, as Jimmy.
I'm going to ask you one thing, because I know you spoke to Reid yesterday about this. We mentioned the eye surgery to eliminate some of the droopiness in the left eyelid, but it's still differently shaped. Claimed that he's had some double vision in the past.
When he fought in the Olympics, it was a 5.
20-17, 2 rounds to nothing, David Reid. I tell you, he's out of his mouth. He keeps sticking his tongue out.
Chin. Reid standing and at him. Now Reid launches doubled up Roy Jones left hook. Hard right hand by Calderon, and Reid comes back in round number 3.
Reid has
off the head of Calderon.
I'm sure that they prepared Reid.
Reid would often get him to go to his 12 rounds of.
One thing I never believed in, have my gymnasium. Save it for the fight.
New tactic of sparring at all.
You have to spar too much. I mean, the fighters I've all sparred more than 4 rounds in the gymnasium.
Long right hand lands between Calderon's. Reid backing up a little bit more in round 3 than was the case earlier, but now flurrying in the close. And Roy Jones coming up later tonight, defending his World Light Heavyweight Championship against an equally unbeaten light heavyweight, Montel Griffin. Griffin says that he doesn't thinks that he is going to take away Roy's superstar status with a victory tonight.
David Reid.
He told him to double up his jab.
Oohs and ahs as Reid landed continues to score when he decked Calderon in the first minute of his first professional fight. 39 more punches in those numbers as well as on the leg.
The fact that he raises his head.
Professional debut that you like, and that has to be corrected.
Well, the main thing that has to be corrected is the fact his head automatically goes up. It has to go down when you throw a punch, not up. Put his punches together, and I like his power. He is a strong guy. But another negative is at all in the fight.
Against a better fighter, so that instead of going out there and putting together...
And criticized by some for sticking Mitchell, he says it's about our personal relationship, it's about the love we have for each other, and Al will get his respect. Interesting to see if at some point they bring in a teacher to help him eliminate. Backing Reid up now, final minute of the fight. David Reid fighting in a fourth round for the first time in his boxing life. He hobbles backward just a time.
He throws that right hand lead. You have to hold time you throw it.
Uppercut the way he's doing.
Well, I'm sure that Al Mitchell is fighting over all these things with David Reid.
So he's finding out that the pro...